The rise of the British Empire is one of the most fascinating and emotional stories in human history, a tale of ambition, courage, innovation, and contradiction. It began in the 16th century, when England was a small island nation overshadowed by the mighty powers of Spain and Portugal. Yet within a few centuries, it would grow into the largest empire the world had ever seen, so vast that people said the sun never set upon it. It all started with exploration. English sailors and adventurers, inspired by dreams of wealth and glory, set out into the unknown seas. Men like Sir Francis Drake and Sir Walter Raleigh sailed across treacherous oceans, discovering new lands and trade routes. Their bravery and determination opened the door to a future that no one could have imagined. These explorers brought back not only riches and goods but also stories that fired the imagination of a nation ready to rise. In the 17th century, England began to establish colonies in the Americas. Jamestown, founded in 1607, was the first permanent English settlement. Life there was difficult, filled with hardship, hunger, and conflict, but it laid the foundation for British influence across the Atlantic. Over time, more settlers arrived, seeking new beginnings and opportunities. Across the world, the British East India Company was expanding its reach in Asia, trading spices, silk, and tea. What began as commerce soon turned into control, as Britain's influence grew stronger with each passing year. By the 18th century, Britain had become the dominant naval power on Earth. The Royal Navy protected trade routes and conquered new territories, allowing the empire to spread across continents. Victories in wars, particularly the 7 Years' War, gave Britain vast territories in North America, the Caribbean, and India. London became the heart of global trade, filled with merchants, bankers, and innovators. Britain was not just a country, it was becoming the center of a vast global network. Yet behind this power lay a darker truth. The wealth that flowed into Britain was often built on exploitation and suffering. The transatlantic slave trade brought unimaginable misery, as millions of Africans were captured and transported across the ocean to work on plantations. Though slavery would later be abolished, its legacy left deep wounds in history. The empire was a blend of progress and pain, invention and injustice, glory and grief. In India, British control deepened throughout the 18th and 19th centuries. The land was rich and full of life, but its people increasingly lived under foreign rule. The British built railways, schools, and industries, yet much of it served their own interests. The people of India would one day rise to demand their freedom, inspired by the very ideals of liberty that Britain had once claimed for itself. Their struggle became one of the most powerful stories of resistance in history. By the 19th century, the British Empire had reached its height. From the green fields of Canada to the deserts of Africa, from the islands of the Caribbean to the distant shores of Australia and New Zealand, the Union Jack flew proudly. Britain was the workshop of the world, its industries producing goods that reached every corner of the globe. The empire brought with it both prosperity and conflict, unity and division, progress and loss. But no empire lasts forever. The 20th century brought 2 world wars that weakened Britain and changed the world forever. Colonies sought their independence, and the once great empire slowly transformed into a commonwealth of free nations. The sun that had never set finally began to fade, but what remained was a legacy that still shapes the modern world. The story of the British Empire is both glorious and tragic, a reflection of human ambition, courage, and consequence. Though the empire itself has passed, its echoes remain in our languages, our institutions, and our shared history. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring tales from history. And remember to press the bell icon so you never miss an update. This is Aiden Films, thanks for watching.